So this might make some people upset, but I think they left a lot out of this EMS article in The Horse. And honestly, I don't think this is the best we can do anymore. Now, to be fair, they did cover some important things. They talked about symptom recognition, testing options, low starch diets, movements, and even future medications being developed. But from my perspective as a holistic practitioner, there's a much bigger conversation that still isn't happening around EMS. Because EMS isn't usually just about sugar content in the feed or what the horse is consuming. It's about why the horse lost the metabolic resilience in the first place. And that can involve way more than just low NSC value or genetics alone. For instance, what about chronic inflammation? Because inflammation changes how cells respond to insulin and can make tissue more insulin resistant over time. What about pain? Chronic pain is a physiological stressor. It can keep stress hormones elevated, alter nervous system regulation, reduce healthy movement, and change metabolic function throughout the entire body. And what about mineral imbalances? For instance, magnesium alone plays a role in insulin signaling, glucose metabolism, muscle function, and nervous system regulation. And many horses are likely not getting bioavailable magnesium. And there are other minerals as well. And what about stress hormones? Chronically elevated cortisol can increase blood sugar, influence fat metabolism, and contributes to insulin dysregulation over time. Another one, what about gut dysfunction and the microbiome? The hindgut is deeply connected to metabolism, inflammation, immune signaling, and insulin regulation. So of course, the no starch diets are great, but stress, medication, and poor forage quality can all disrupt microbial balance and metabolic health. What about mitochondrial health? Mitochondria are involved in energy production and metabolic regulation. When energy systems become inefficient, the body often becomes less metabolically flexible. Another one we should be talking about is environmental stress and toxic load. Constant refinement, lack of turnout, chronic stress, chemical exposures, poor quality forage, sleep disruption, and repeated physiological stresses all influence inflammatory and endocrine pathways. And yes, genetics matter. Some horses are absolutely more predisposed than others, but genetics are rarely the entire story. And that's why I think that the EMS conversation needs to become much bigger than feed low starch and exercise your horse. Because those things matter, yes, absolutely, but often those alone are not helpful. You hear this from clients all the time. So if we only focus on lowering insulin without asking why the horse became metabolically unhealthy in the first place, we risk oversimplifying a very complex physiological condition. EMS is not just a glucose problem. It's often a whole body metabolic adaptation involving the endocrine system, the nervous system, inflammation, the gut, muscle metabolism, stress physiology, and overall resilience. And this is where the conversation needs to go.